Hello, girls. Can you hear me now? I changed for my cell phone.
Okay, yeah, better.
Okay.
Okay. I was telling you that I don't know if you have any plans for this weekend, or for Holy Week weekend, so we can do the class, or you prefer to continue for the next week?
Uh, I don't have problem. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any team plans. It's supposed to be inside our homes. So no
The
plans.
Okay.
important one that go at the kitchen and cook something. No more.
All right.
Yeah, there's a video around, people are passing the sound around. It's like a recording, a funny recording about a guy talking about a tour. So, welcome to the house tour. Today, go first to the kitchen, and then we invite you to the kids' room. Blah blah blah, and it's super funny because that's a lot.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
And do you think they're going to the quarantine for more time?
Yes, I think so. I send you a picture, guys. Those are my plans. Look at the picture
Yeah.
I sent you to.
Oh my god.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what plans do you have, Laura?
Sleep and continue doing my draws because in the Sena, we are we are looking for the body systems. So we need to draw, we need to check what is the parts, we need to check the information, do like some fun for explain that topic, and that's it. So we are continuing that. I think so.
Yeah, that's nice. Sounds like fun. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, well,
What
sorry,
about you, Xiomara? What are your plans for these days?
my plans. My dog. She had puppies, so
Mm.
I'm taking care of the puppies.
So
There
you've
are
been.
four. So,
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I cute.
yeah, maybe I'll send you a picture. Oh, then.
Oh,
But they're super cute.
You're basically in on maternity leave.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Let me send you a picture. They're today they have 16 days.
Mhm.
Let's see. I think they're about to open their eyes. Okay, I'll send you one because the others I don't know. That one is the biggest of the four, but there is
Oh,
one small.
so
Cute.
He
yeah. Cute.
for their collie. Do you know that breed?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well that I'm doing, and also in the farm where I'm living, we have some trees. We have avocado, papaya, guava,
Oh, nice.
lemon. So I have to
Oh,
pick them up.
so good. Really, I prefer that because here is like you go outside and you're gonna take time like 20, a half an hour for
Mm.
go for turn again at the house. It's like, oh my god, it's
Yeah,
terrible.
in my case, I don't feel like I'm trapped in the house because we have trees around, so I can go out.
Me no.
How is this?
No, just at the window. Neighbor.
Is it the bathroom?
Yeah, that's I left my whiteboard at the school. That's a picture of me teaching. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a joke. That's not me, but it's something I found on no, on Facebook, and I thought about me. Yeah, that's me teaching.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. So, well, today's topic, we're going to have some debates about the other controversial topics we were missing. But I'd like to ask you, what do you think is a debate?
TV.
Okay.
What is a debate? And what do you think a debate is very convenient? So, what skills do you think you can develop, and so on?
Well, a debate is a persuasive speech. So the skills are listening, of course, because you need to listen to the other person's opinion.
Mhm.
Then, of course, speaking, because, well, you need to be able to argue, uh, to give good arguments to support your ideas.
Exactly.
I was talking to you and sending a message to one of my cousins, and then I thought, happy supporting. Instead, happy birthday, happy supporting. Like, what?
Ah. And what about you, Laura?
I'm a little bit confused about the meaning of divide. Can you help me with that?
What do you think it means?
Is something like studying methods or something like that?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like that. Because I don't know. Well, I forget it.
A,
I
a
don't say.
debate? Yeah, a debate is debate. Yeah.
Okay. Debate. Really is good for me. I think that it's a method to learn well. But when the people don't have the enough argues or the enough information, I think that not really like a good option because for a debate you need to learn a little bit, and it's a good option in special for the teenagers because they know the thing, and sometimes the unit that they want is argue a little bit, so it's good.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, actually, a debate is a type of a conversation between two parts in which one is in agreement and the other in disagreement. I think we have one before. And can develop any skills. You can actually be good at writing, at talking in public, and giving your own opinion, but of course with arguments, right? So, and today I'm going to give you a sentence or a question in this case, and one of you is going to be in agreement and the other in disagreement. But remember, a debate is not because I had another class and they were fighting. Like, no,
So
you're right, because so the idea is that you give your argument. So I don't think this is the correct thing because and you give your arguments with supporting information.
Okay.
All right. So this question is: should people become vegetarian? Who is in agreement and who is in disagreement?
I can say I'm in agreement.
Okay, so Laura with disagreement. I'm sorry, Laura, if you are in agreement. But you're gonna give your point of view and then the question, okay? So to the other person to defend her point of view. Okay, so let's start.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
think you need some minutes to prepare the ideas? Let's let's
Yeah.
do like yesterday, 2 minutes, and then we go with your argument.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So let's start this time with Angela. Okay.
Um, I think like the global tendency for people is to become a vegetarian um, for several reasons. Believe, I believe no, I'm sure that that once we stop eating meat, um, our bodies are gonna be we're gonna reduce the risk for certain types of cancer. Um, Also, vegetarian people eat naturally healthier, so they have less risk of heart disease. And I have seen changes in when people become vegetarian, like their skin look healthier, and they might lose a little bit of weight, but they have more energy. And avoiding especially red meat is very important because um, our bodies need, what I say, our intestines, our body digests red meat or any meat is slower than any type of food. Um, so when you eat vegetarian, you don't have any abdominal pain or gases around your body. And there's an evidence that is certain that when that animals produce like the a herd of cattle, they produce tons of contamination. Like their waste is the poop produces tons of gases that are around the air, and also to have cows or chicken, it takes a lot of water and food. Most of these animals have been fed using artificial food and hormones. And those hormones are so bad for our bodies. So I try to follow a diet called Cancer Survivor Diet that increases the level of veggies and lowers the intake of meat because this is not a secret. All doctors know that meat increases also the amount of acidity in your body. So, and cancer is a mutation of the cells. And if you eat too much meat, that kind of food changes the metabolism, and that this acidity can lead to the cells to mutate and to produce cancer cells. That's why I'm supporting vegetarians. I think everyone should be a vegetarian. Another important topic, is like many times the animals are killed in a bad way, and they are nervous. At the moment they are dying, they get nervous and they release toxins into their blood vessels, and it's like poisoning the food before they are dead. So we are receiving not just hormones, but also all the poison that the animal released because it was nervous right before it died. So another good argument is, as a way to protest, we shouldn't eat animals that have been killed in a no nice way. So that's why I'm supporting vegetarianism. So let's stop eating meat. That's it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's true. And also the contamination, right? Of the planet. Okay. And what about you? What would be the disagreement point of view?
Okay. For me, one, the vegetarian life, yeah, I think that is good. Is your drink of life. But we need to take account two things, the healthy. Because when you are vegetarian, one, you couldn't catch some vitamins that you need in the meat. Not is like I can catch like the veggies, like the mushrooms, like the carrots. No, have nutrients that are like exclusive for the meat. So if you are taking the decision that you don't gonna eat like meat, you need to think on that you need money because the injections are cheaper. So you need vitamin D, you need vitamin C, you need vitamin E. That is like the exclusive in the meat. So one, you need to take money because nori is cheaper. If you're gonna be healthy, being vegetarian. The other is your skin and start to be white or a little bit yellow because if you are not taking the nutrients, it's difficult for your skin, it's difficult for your body, and your body gonna extra work a little bit in the topic in your skin. Second, have other options and meat if you are afraid about the animal suffer. Have things yeah, have companies like halal, like I forget the other, but I know that these companies make sure that when the animal die, don't suffer and anything about it. The other is because I know that I have other like things that gonna like catch the nutrients that you don't have for the meat, but in special, the muscle gonna suffer because your volume muscle gonna lose because you don't have meat, you don't have things that gonna like gonna help them. So for getting, you need to do exercise, like a lot of exercise, and not is cardio. No, you couldn't do cardio because you are not eating basically carbs. So you need to do weight. So this is like the basic, and this is the other point that if you're gonna be a healthy vegetarian, you need to have money because you need to pay supplements, proteins, pre proteins, something like that. So if you're gonna be vegetarian without healthy, okay, good. Fair enough. You need to be ready. That's it.
Okay, that was also great. Now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should be. Okay, now Laura, you're going to ask a question, and we go with.
Okay. What about the cases of people who live the vegetarian life because of cause them like bad healthy?
Well, I'm not saying that you should be vegetarian at once. But to become a vegetarian, first of all, kids shouldn't be vegetarians because they need meat and other stuff to grow up. Okay, and vegetarian is not vegan. Okay, vegetarian means that you're gonna eat eggs, cheese, and milk. So those are proven that we need it. So if once you decide to become a vegetarian, my advice is to go to a nutritionist, and that lady can help you to organize your diet, because overnight you cannot stop eating meat just because you want to, or you're gonna have an unbalanced diet. And also you mentioned that if you're gonna be a vegetarian, you should be rich. But I'm telling you that you can use the money that you used to spend in chicken, on meat, in any kind of meat, um, in vitamins. Right now, there are very excellent supplements that you can find in the market. Especially, I would recommend you Usana. That's a brand from the United States, and the vitamins are absorbed to cell level. So your cells are getting fed by using the vitamins. These are so good vitamins that are approved for the FDA, that the vitamins have been approved by the FDA as medication. That means they're really, really good vitamins, and they're not so expensive because what you pay for a bad vitamin quality for a month, you paid a little bit more for 2 months for Usana products. And also you mentioned that we become yellow, but there's beta carotene, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, available in the market. So as I said, going back to my first point, you become a vegetarian, but guided by a professional that can tell you what to eat, what not to eat, and that person can guide you what kind of vitamins you're gonna eat. But at the long run, you're gonna check that what is more important, money or health, because the money you're saying that you're spending now, you're gonna save it later because you're not gonna have any diseases. You're gonna be like pre-disease life. So it is like putting in a weight measurement, like, okay, what do I want to spend a little bit more now and then less in the future because when I'm older I'm gonna be super healthy, or I want to eat whatever I want to now, but I'm gonna spend more time and money in medications later on. So that's why I'm supporting vegetarianism. I'm not 100, but
Women that it lose the period.
What?
And what happened with the women that are vegetarian and it lose the people? What you said that woman you want to have a baby?
that she wants to have a baby. I don't know because I'm not a doctor, but I know that they are. She can take quinoa because quinoa gives you progesterone. I know for a fact because when I had my hot flashes, I use that a lot. But as I said, I mean, it's not simple. It's like if you do it carefully and step by step, yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. And what is your question, Angel?
My question is, how can we be, or, I mean, you mentioned that some companies take care of the animal, and I believe you, but how can I know when I'm buying something in the market, in the supermarket, that is controlled and the animals don't suffer? How can how can we solve that issue? Should we, I mean, how can I know the animal didn't suffer when they were slaughtering the?
Uh, because in the market or in the different meat or veggies or something like that, you're gonna see like a mark. You're gonna see like, I don't know how to say sello.
Sticker, maybe.
Yeah, you're gonna see a sticker
Uh-huh.
about halal or about half other, but in this moment I don't remember. And this kind of meat is the unique that people like in Irani, like
That's
Palestine.
kosher food. Kosher.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. The unique that this food that the meat that they can eat is that halal or everything like that.
That's kosher food.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
My husband is cooking something and it smells like it's burning. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. So, Laura, are you vegetarian?
No, I'm not vegetarian, but I don't eat like cow meat. I don't like.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
And
don't
would you like?
you don't eat red
So,
meat.
yeah, I don't like. It's too heavy for me.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that I don't want to eat that churrasco. Oh my god, I really like it, but I would like all day.
Mm, and what about you, Angela? Are you vegetarian or would you like to become?
I would like to become one. We don't need, here in general, we don't need any kind of red meat at home, ever, never, ever. And we eat chicken or fish, and at least once a week or twice a week, depending. I try to eat like 100% vegetarian. Like the other day, I made rice, um, oh my goodness, eggplant with
Mm-hmm.
cheese and tomatoes. I put them in the oven, and then I got a mix at the Uno to make vegetarian hamburgers, and it is like a mix of seeds, and it has quinoa and other stuff like sesame seeds and other stuff, and I mix it with an egg, and I make like a little patties of the vegetarian meal, and that was our lunch. So it was eggplant, I mean Parmesan eggplant, rice, and then the vegetarian patties. So that was good enough for us. So I try to do it when I have time, or I do once a week, like just any beans, like lentils or red beans. I cook them with chicken broth and then rice, and that's it. Like try to replace meat once or twice a week. Yeah, but
That
I
sounds delicious.
yeah, but I wanted to go to a nutritionist to check how can I do it better.
Yeah, I went to a nutritionist like last month,
You
and
don't
what she
prefer
did
milk.
was give me more meat. But I didn't tell her that I wanted to become, but she told me I have to gain weight, so she put me lots of meat. I don't know how they can. I mean, there must be a way they can change it.
Yeah.
As you girl, you have kids, yeah. Don't give her the lacted milk. It's the worst in the world
What?
because
What is it?
the lacted milk, leche lactosa, is the worst for the body because for the milk is this lacted. The big companies don't take the time for boiled too much. No, they just put ammonia in the milk for be the wax.
Yeah, I heard the same thing about coffee. Like decaf coffee is worse than the regular coffee because they put so many chemicals to remove the caffeine that it makes the coffee a bad quality.
No, the coffee is like normal, but the milk I know that, but because like a person that works with a big company of milk told me
Uh-huh.
that, and she gave me the industry, and I asked, and the boss told me, yeah, we put the money in the milk. I mean, okay, so no,
Oh my
no.
goodness. It's like my dad had a student at the university. My dad was a teacher at Escuela de Administración de Negocios, and he had the grad program. The kids needed to create a product or a company to graduate. That was years ago when he was alive, like it was like 20 years ago. And one of his students created a brand in Alpina named Yogo Yogo, which is the like the milk leftovers when they process the
Oh,
milk and do everything. So they have like a watery product, like it wasn't exactly milk nor yogurt, and they didn't know what to do with that. So in the past, they used to throw it away. Now they are using it, and it's called Jogo Jogo. So don't buy that because they add so many
oh,
chemicals and artificial flavors, and they
yeah.
sell it as a yogurt. So that was his graduation project, and of course he got a good grade. But he told my dad, "Oh, tell your family not to buy this because this is so low quality." Yeah.
Sure.
And I used to drink that a lot.
Okay. Don't drink it,
Yeah.
nor give it
And
to your kids.
it's
Yeah.
better than normal milk. No, normal milk I prefer. Two is when you like give the take the milk of the cow. You need to boil really well because if not, you're gonna it's dangerous because maybe in the milk have a bacteria, so it's more dangerous than a normal milk. So you better take like other options.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
it's one time the doctor changed my daughter's diet, and we were eating pretty much for 8 months, like gluten free. Well, I'm still eat gluten free, but we were eating zero sugars, gluten free, and non-dairy products.
Yeah.
Because she was super low weight, but now after the diet, her body somehow, I don't know, her intestines didn't digest certain foods, and then she was introducing her to food like back to regular food, but little by little. And one of the things she taught us was to make yogurt. So we were looking like into real milk, cow's milk, as you said, and we boil it a lot. And after that, we went to a place with my husband to get the bacteria. I don't know if bacteria. Well, the bacillus to get to prepare yogurt, and that's not so hard. It is not.
Yeah.
No, no, you can make it at home. So, but
Yeah.
it was time consuming. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Oh, all right. So that's it for this topic. The next one, it's related with kids. So it says, should any vaccines be required for children? So now
Should
this
what?
time we're going, should any vaccines be
Vaccine.
required for children?
Oh,
Vaccines. What is that? Vaccines.
vacunas.
Yes. Thank you. Tell me. They
I said
are vacuum.
vacunas.
Ah, okay.
So this time we're going to change. Laura will be in agreement and Angela in disagreement. Let's do the 2 minutes and then we give our point of view.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I need to research for this because I don't know. So we have 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're checking internet on internet.
I have a link, maybe if you want to use it. I just send it.
Yes, can you send it, please?
Yes.
So I'm against the topic.
Yes.
Okay. So let me read about it. Okay.
Okay, time is over. Are you ready? Or
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Let's start with Laura this time.
Okay. Um, I think that the vaccines for the kids is good because like a lot of infections are prevented with the vaccines. So for the parents, it's good because their kids don't gonna be sick about infections. Other thing is that the vaccines eradicate the smallpox, smallpox, paperas. I think that the vaccines eradicate, so it's good. Two, the kids are when are so young, they are exposed a lot of infections, a lot of things that like parents, like brothers, like friends, we can give without our intention. So important for the kids have her vaccines because they can die for infection and we don't know. And the second is very weird that a patient have a bad, I don't know how to say, I see the word, but I don't know. Give me a second because I don't know well the word.
So you're saying vaccination is good.
Yeah. Eso es. I don't remember the word. That is the kid not gonna be sick, not gonna be bad, not gonna be like more bad healthy that without the vaccines. No, it's just gonna be a vaccine and don't have like any problem if you kid gonna have it if it's your decision. So for that we didn't like worry about that.
Okay, I want to say that that not necessarily the kid is gonna have side effects right away. He or she can have them later on because even fatal side effects. Um, it's known that many times the labs add ingredients that are bad for our health, like formaldehydes or aluminum or carcinogens that carcinogenous. What do you say that in Spanish? In English, carcinogenous ingredients that lead to, in the long term, to fatal diseases. So I will not advise a parent to give a shot to their kids. I would say the the sickness vaccinations cure or prevent better are not so bad. It's like chicken pox or measles. Those are things, those are sicknesses easy to treat with other medication. I would say the regular vaccination created by big labs or companies are unnatural. I would like to use natural immunity to help the kids to be healthier. Things like probiotics or a kind of a stuff to, you know, to make the immune system uh, to boost up the immune system. That's what I would say, to boost the immune system. Um, but also, I know for a friend that the vaccines have like stages, and sometimes, although they are approved by the FDA, they have like a period of grace, and it's like 5 to 10 years to know the side effects of a medicine. So it's better to avoid vaccination shots while the medication is still on that grace period, because we don't know exactly the side effects the medicine can have on the kids. Like, for example, in my daughter's case, like 3 or 4 years ago, when the government required in Colombia the girls to have a vaccination against virus, the papilloma virus, and they were injecting minors. And it was like mandatory, but I have to pull out the argument that my daughter was an American citizen, so she didn't get the shot. Because in the United States, that medication is being approved just for girls older 18 years old. That's why that was when my friend told me about the grace period of the medication, because the medicine was just like in the first stage of being approved. So that's why I'm saying we need to be careful with the shots we apply to our kids, because we don't know exactly the side effects. Um, but yeah, that's what I think. I don't know what
Yeah.
question can I ask. A question. I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know what can I
Laura,
ask.
do you have your question?
Really, I don't know.
Okay, think
Because
about
it's
it.
like, I don't know. Like a personal opinion.
Do you got all the shots?
Me, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. I got them because it was mandatory, but and in some, well, in many schools they don't take your kiddo if she or he doesn't have the vaccination completed. So it's like at some point it's not if you want to, because it becomes mandatory. So
Exactly. And I
yeah.
heard that there was a vaccine that was recently applied to girls in Colombia, and
Mhm.
they're having some side effects that the girls were not able to walk, and it was crazy.
Oh
So
yeah, that was the vaccine for the virus I mentioned. I forgot the name. The BPA. It's called.
I
Goodness.
think
I don't
it
know.
was something for girls, like or something like that for the
Let me ask.
papilloma, I think.
Yes, she knows. What's the vaccination we didn't approve for you to get at the school? What's the name? Papilloma. Papilloma. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
She said paponela.
I-
Yes.
And it was mandatory. I mean, they didn't ask their parents; they just applied it.
Yeah, in public schools they did it, like they made it mandatory, but in private schools they told parents that it could be if they want to. But the day they were applying the shots, the lady was calling the parents and basically forcing us to get
Mm.
that. And the lady was like really mad at me, and I was like, no, I don't know why I have Sarah's American
Because
passport on that day, but she was like giving me some arguments because I was teaching at the same school, and I don't know why. But anyways, but she was like 30 minutes convincing me, and when I look into my pocket and I felt the passport, I was like, look, you kind of make me do this. And then I showed her the blue passport, and she was like, okay, like scolding me or something. Whatever, lady.
yeah,
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, it is. But I don't know. Like we see, and we take Sarah to an homeopathic pediatrician, and she doesn't agree with them with shots. So I don't know. To be honest, it's a tough topic because it's like, okay, can I give this to my kid that maybe had side effects, or should I not have it at all? Because like I think it's hard because we don't know all the consequences. Plus, we don't have all the knowledge to make a good decision.
exactly. And that is a whole new field. I mean, look at the coronavirus. They haven't been able to find the vaccine
Exactly.
that
I
has
think
been.
it's important to put like the basics, like the most important vaccines, but all, I don't think so that's gonna be necessary. I think that the kids, by the time she's gonna get it, she's gonna know the body gonna know what's gonna happen. So I don't think that all the vaccines is necessary.
Yeah,
Are
they're not
necessary.
necessarily. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Okay, perfect. And we have the last topic, and is this one. Zoos exist. So zoos are zoológico. Should
Yeah.
zoos exist? So now let's change it. This time, who was in agreement? I think
Laura was in agreement, so I'm supposed to be now,
in agreement.
yeah, pro Zeus, and then she's gonna be against. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
You have a link for that? Because that's a tough topic.
Yeah.
Yes. Sending it. There you
Okay.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let me check.
We're gonna have
Some
fun
content.
and then
It seems like this website has all kind of pros and cons, controversial topics. Okay.
yes, we have a lot.
When you said, Xiomara, about Zeus, I thought you were talking about Dr. Zeus.
Ah, okay. It would be the zoos. I think the vibration with the sea.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
great. So,
Okay, so
Angela, you can.
mm, I think zoos are important because there are many species that are going to be extinct soon. So zoos protect those animals not just from extinction but from other type of dangers. Also, when you visit a zoo, many times, most of the time, the guide tells you how uh, these animals are being protected by the organization and make how can we create conservation efforts to protect um, the species. So they educate us. I think it is important for our kids to see species that are not native in our environment. Like if you cannot see a zebra, well, zebras or a giraffe in our country. So it is important for kids to get to know the species, to see them up close. It's not the same as watching them on a movie or on a observing them in a picture. It's like it's a way to appreciate God's creation up close. And also, I know not just education, the zoos provide not just education, but also help um, veterinarians to research um, and for ways to improve their habitats and in general, well, to help the well-being of the planet. So those are my
Okay.
arguments. They're too short.
They're very concise.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much. What about you, Laura?
I think that, like Angela says, it's important for the kids, but the way to the people have the animal tattoos not is human. They feel like we are in the jail. So thanks for that. The animals are suffering a lot of problems that they don't have in the wildlife, like anxious, like depression, like other problems healthy that they don't have in the wild world. So it's important that I think that change the way to have a zoo. Like for me, gonna be perfect is maybe the animals are free and we can go in a jail or in a car and the animals is just free, nor like at the contrary.
Mhm.
The other, I think that the kids or the other people can learn for TV. So TV show a program about animals and not properly in a zoo because it's just see at the animals and most of the time the guide that is with you is just go at the zoo and no more. And you are right, but you are reading the information, but not all the time really. Um yeah, that's it. Is unhuman way to have an animal. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
and let's go with the questions.
Okay.
The
The question, okay, how can we make the animals not to feel so much in captivity when we have them in a zoo? That would be my question.
Really, I think that is like with space, with more space for the animals, that they can feel that they are in their own own wild world. So it's important like the space, but not all the zoos are too big or have too much like space.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right.
And my question for you. Hmm, what other option do you propose for the zoo? For avoid the zoo?
I would say I would say that it is important like to have a space to like a conservation center, to keep animals, and carefully like watching the process to prepare them to go back to their natural habitat. I know there's a place in China, for example, that they teach pandas. They they have pandas. They have mothers in there having their babies, and then they teach them how to become wild. So I wouldn't say like closing a zoo or a place at all, but in like controlled way, like the example in China, helping the animals to become wild, because when they live in a zoo, they're so dependent of the humans that they forget how to live in the wild. So I would say, because we shelter them, and it's bad for them. They forget how to survive. So I would say not to close them at all, but that's one choice. Another thing is like having a big farm. I visited a place one time where they have a zoo, but it's called an African safari, but it wasn't in
Mm.
Africa, wasn't in another city. But you have like they give you like it has like a road, and then you drive around, and you don't need to, you kind of lower your windows, you kind of put down your windows, and you can walk slowly to see all the animals. So I
Wow.
could see, yeah, it was beautiful. I could see that the animals were running like free, and they have enough water. It was like a preserved big area for African animals, and it was in a hot weather, similar to the same thing they have in Africa. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the second option. So yeah,
Nice. Where was it?
in San Antonio, Texas, in San Antonio or in Austin, one of those places in Texas. I think it's San Antonio. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Good. Really nice.
That could be another thing, but I'm looking here. I found it because I know I read it on Tech Talks. They have, it says a school where pandas learn to be wild. And
Yeah,
they,
I know that program. I applied for that program in China,
oh, nice.
but for the coronavirus, the process
Oh,
is up.
yeah,
Ah,
because you could be a panda keeper. It
Yeah,
says,
it's just
nice.
they
yeah,
give you all the place for sleep, the food, and you're just gonna go and take care of pandas.
yeah, and they wear a costume like a panda mom, like super.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so cute.
Mm.
I'm watching at the pictures and like, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that you need to know is like a little bit Chinese and the English, full English.
Oh, goodness. Mandarin is hard.
But not too hard. It's harder Spanish.
I tried to
I
take a class, and I wasn't, well, I'm pretty sure I didn't dedicate enough time.
Yeah.
The sounds of the vowels were killing me.
Are so different. Are
Do they
so
have
so
more?
Yes.
but is in sounds of the vowels are
Mhm.
worse than Japanese vowels. You're like, oh my god, are
Mm.
terrible.
Yeah, that.
All right, maybe one day we can go. I'd like to go to China, but let's see what happens with all this.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to go too.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being today in the class. Hope to see you next weekend. Have a good
Okay.
Yeah,
rest of the week.
Thank you so much.
All
Bye
thank you,
bye.
right.
teacher.
Bye.
Have a good week, girls. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.